sick. This low common blood flows deep within our veins. We were handed down this station with odds stacked against us to rise. We are lesser than fodder for those fortunate enough to be born to a station above us. Why am I lesser than them, you might ask? They take things from us. They take life from us. They take our loved ones. You must have so much rage. I surely do. They tell me that we are lessers, but I'll be walking proof that this is not true. Me? I have to become stronger. Umlaba isn't enough. This eternal fire burns within me. Everyone is becoming a demon that I have to slay. But I have to seek vengeance. Nay. I want it so bad. They took everything from me. They counted me out. They didn't expect me to rise. The nobles, greater, petty, Ingonyama, royal. I'm starting to feel like this entire caste system was simply put here to make someone feel safe. Nseku. They have no safety. They may seek refuge, but there's nowhere to hide. Not even the deepest veil in Ishiogo could save them. Goddess wept. All right, y'all. So welcome back to the channel, QandTG. We appreciate y'all taking the time to come holler at your boys.
Yes, sir.
To see a review of Fires of Vengeance, right? But before we do that, we've never officially talked about Rage of Dragons.
We never really got into it, and we're not going to super get into it now. You can check out a bunch of our videos and see us gush about it.
Rage of Dragons was phenomenal from just the language, the characters, the plot. They tell me that we are lessers, but I'm starting to think that's not true. That's from the Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter.
Rage of Dragons.
Rage of Dragons was my favorite book this year so far that I've read. It was turned up, it got me hyped, it got me mad, it got me heated, it got me in my feelings.
Rage of Dragons so far is my favorite book of 2020. Tao, is one of my new favorite characters.
Yes.
I love a good revenge story plot.
Yes.
The action was cool.
Yes.
The magic system was unique and different.
Yes.
The messaging as far as being lesser, but that maybe just being something they put out there but not being the truth was really great.
Yes.
Had a good love story into it, even though it's not that love story that some of y'all like. But it was a good love story for my taste.
Yeah. It was perfect timing for me to find this book. This book came out last year?
Yeah, I think it's
been out.
Yeah, it's been out.
We read it this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of the events that's been going on in our society today fueled a lot of anger and frustration and misunderstanding and a lot of things like that. And the character in this book, Tao, his rage, it was just perfect timing.
Yeah.
And that's part of my love for the book.
Feel that same rage, but I also got some hope because of the reason why he wrote this book. He wrote this book for his son because he didn't think that there were more African-American characters out there in the fantasy and fiction world. And so me, who has read, 100 books in this genre that I love, I want to see more of that. And so for him to put that out there and me raising a child, want her to see more stuff like that.
Exactly.
This was also part of that perfect timing for me. Like, oh, this is somebody who I can reference that looks like, us, that is a great fantasy novel.
Exactly. Stuff goes down.
Yes.
He's mad. He's angry. He wants revenge.
Yes.
He wants to get back. You know what I'm saying? And so, he just want to do stupid stuff. And you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he does some stupid stuff.
But you understand.
But you understand. And it's just,
yes.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Easy 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But this ain't what we're here for. We're not here for Rage of Dragons.
We're here
You need to read Rage of Dragons before you get to Fires of Vengeance.
Yes.
So go do that if you haven't done that. But if you have done that, then
let's hop into it.
Let's hop into this.
Yep.
Okay. So, Terry.
What's up?
tell us your feelings. Tell us. Let's go from a point of view of feelings right now.
Okay.
Not mechanics, not any of these other things that a lot of technical reviewers will do. Let's just talk about how we felt reading this book. Coming out of Rage of Dragons, jumping into Fires of Vengeance, how did you feel?
We left and Tao was just in a very emotional place. And I was in an emotional place, you know, just off of the last event. So I was like, how is he going to deal with all these emotions? You know, the feelings, like Tao, he met some of his feelings and some of his mistakes in the first book, which is what I liked. But I also, and sometimes you need to slow down to match your feelings. And so I felt this book had a slower pace, which worked, but also was something I missed the faster pace of the first book. Right. So it was kind of hard to juggle those things.
Tao is so consumed by vengeance, like the fire is burning within him to get revenge, that he does dumb shit. He does dumb shit. A lot of dumb stuff. But the thing is that our author, Evan, knows that this character is one-track mind, so he had to put in other characters in there that will give us a little bit more. So maybe one that's a little bit more strategic. One that is funny. Because he's so ready for revenge. There's no comedy in him.
Like if me and you were walking through the woods and I twisted my ankle and I was like, oh, I need help. But you saw somebody who's like, oh, I need to kill that person. Like, would you help me or would you go kill the person? Tao would leave me stranded. Like, he'd be like, sorry, I got to go do what I got to do. Look, like, we've been boys, but I got to go take care of business.
Bro, wrap that shit up yourself. I got to kill my mans.
And there's some wolves behind you, so you better do it fast. Like, that's what Tao is. And, you know, and you get him, but they make him more human by putting the people around him to kind of balance him out.
And so then that's the thing, like, you see the growth of Tao too.
You do.
In the first book, it was growth of Tao to become stronger, to be who he is, so that he can enact, so he can get his revenge, right? So he does what he needs to do that. But then in this book, it's more of a mental development. Like he's starting to become a leader. He's starting to understand his position. He's starting to realize that people around him are just as important as his revenge.
Exactly. He recognizes his weaknesses. You know, he knows that, like, while I might be the best fighter, I'm not the most strategic. This person is. While I might be, you know, the most ruthless, you know, I'm not the inspirer of people as this lady is. She needs, you know, so he recognizes where he needs people, and he takes that, you know, he engenders that better than he did in the first book. He knew what he did, but he didn't care in the first book. He was like,
it's hard to come off a book that has so much consistent action, and this book doesn't let off the pedal on the action. It's just that you get so much information and ways to ask more questions that it may seem that way. But there's still battles. Tao's still going in. He's just doing it a little bit different.
You know, because it is slower pace, you know, obviously he had to give us more answers. And so I feel like sometimes there might have just been exposition dumps instead of like organic weaving. It might have been like, all right, this chapter is going to be all about what happened in the past here, or this chapter is all going to be about the origins of these certain people, you know, all about this chapters, instead of kind of like maybe coming in through conversation or it coming in through discovery. It was like, no, this chapter is going to be about this thing. So if I had to say, you know, if I had to do a drawback, you know, because it's a great book, but I'm gonna say some negatives. It might have been that it was exposition heavy in certain points, just throwing you out of the action or throwing you out of the pace to dump exposition, which you needed, but maybe it could have been organically weaving better.
This book is very much a bridge.
Yes.
If anything, it is the bridge to, I think there's only,
he's only doing 3. Is it only a trilogy?
I think it's a trilogy. I don't know those facts, but if it's a trilogy, this is the bridge to the next book.
About the magic and environment, I mean, I still really enjoy his magic system. I love Ishogo. I love sorcerers, the sorcerer women who can do all the different magics. I enjoy that magic system. It's different, you know. It's definitely a strong African influence. And I really enjoy it. And then we also see some magic from the main opponents of the what's their race called, the Omehi. So the Xidda, the Omehi versus the Xidda, we see some
Omehi versus
Omehi.
Xidda.
So we also see some stuff from the Xidda, which is cool. So no, I enjoy the magic. You know?
Yeah. So nah, real talk. That is one thing that's, you know, because all these books, right? They all have and they all kind of similar. And all these other things, but this one did stand out for that magic system. And I appreciated it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun.
I agree.
It was a new way to learn how you know, things work in this world. And world building was definitely there. It was definitely amazing. It's definitely great.
Agreed.
I don't think he didn't need to world build as much in this book because he gave us a lot in the first one, but he did because of how he was answering. So it was still world building in the sense of giving us backstory and back information of how these people ended up where they are today, and why there's this caste system that they're in, things of that nature. So and world building in that sense was definitely good.
Yeah.
Rate the book.
If I had to rate the book, I will give it, I go back and forth between a 4.5 and a 4. If Rage of Dragons is a 5 to me, and again, we do things different. That's probably why y'all like these things. I definitely do a strong direct comparison. If I put it down, to me, this was a 5 easy. And so if I'm gonna have to compare these two because they're together, it's a sequel, I'm gonna give this one a 4. On its own, maybe it might be a 4.5, but I'm gonna say it's a 4, but a really strong 4 that I enjoy, and I can't wait to look to the next book. So that's how I like to rate my books in direct comparison. So that's what I'm gonna go with. What you think, Q?
I can't argue that. Like, facts. Everything he said, big facts. It's a strong 4. It is a very strong 4. And that's really all I have. Like I mean, he wrapped it up pretty well. I got nothing. That was good.
Nah, this is how I feel off the cuff, you know.
Yeah. So thumb if you liked it. Sub if you loved it. And comment if you fuck with it.
Whoa.
We'll work on it, bro. We're gonna work on it. But yeah, man, I mean, we appreciate y'all stopping by, man.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it means the world to us that y'all come, y'all watch, you comment below.
Yeah.
That's just the best feeling ever. So we appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
We appreciate that, everything. So thank you for your time. I hope you do go pick this book up.
Yeah.
If you haven't read Rage of Dragons, what are you doing?
Yes. Pick it up ASAP.
Yes. Stop your TBR. Where is that?
Yeah.
This your TBR? This your next book?
Just blah, put that one on top of it.
Put that one on top of it.
Go ahead.
Because that's all you need to be reading right now.
Yeah.
And then, after you finish,
Bam.
put that one on it.
Yeah.
Go buy it.
Good book sandwich.
Yes.
Mix A and B. Smell real good.
Go. Oh, man. So, yeah, go get these books.
Go get these books.
They're good.
Yes, great books.
They deserve to be on your bookshelf.
Yes, or in your Kindle, or however you do it.
However
floats your boats. You'll float too. You'll float on these books.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, thank you.